Let's take a look at what you get when you look at the details of an item in your records. I have logged in as myself, and I'm going to have a look at some Ray Bradbury. So I went down to my materials list, clicked on Ray Bradbury, and when you click on an item title, or the book jacket, you will get this item detail page. The item detail page is obviously quite different from what you had in Surpass 5.62 and below. Let's run through some of the pieces real quick. It's not too hard. You get the title, author, publisher, and date. You get the ability to write a review or just simply add a star rating. If you click on write a review, you can write a review. Either of these items can be configured in the setup page in Safari or Web Safari. You get the book jacket and the call number and the browse shelf option, which we will discuss in a minute. Let's look on the other side. On the right side, you have a couple of smaller mini widgets that aid you in selecting the item for reserve or putting it in your book bag. We'll notice that you have the availability, what type of item it is, and this type corresponds to the category, how many copies are available at that location, and if you click on the More link, you get the call number, location, number of copies, and availability. You can select to hold or reserve the item. If the item is in the library, it is a hold. If it's not in the library and it is out being borrowed, it is a reserve. If you click this button, the item will be reserved for you, or you can add the item to your book bag. I'm going to add the item to my book bag for now. You'll notice that my book bag total changes to 1. If there is summary content available for the book, you will see it here, and this may be enhanced content based upon your subscription status for Safari Selections. If you have a Safari Selections subscription that is valid and the item in question has additional content available, you will see some of that information here. Underneath the book jacket, you see the call number and the browse shelf option, and the browse shelf option is pretty cool because what it does is it allows you to mimic what you might do if you were in a library. Typically what you'll do is you go and find the item that you like, but you also kind of browse a little bit and look at other items that are in the immediate vicinity. Well, the browse shelf option allows you to do that. And when you click on that option, it brings up your item with the books that are around it, and you have the ability to scroll in either direction. So this is a nice little modal pop-up that really is quite a nice feature, and should help your patrons get something like a more realistic browsing experience from Safari. Moving on down, you'll see that there is a tabbed section down here at the bottom which gives you additional information about an item. The first tab is the Details tab, and that tab will show you the most common mark tag contents for that item. In this particular case, we see ISBN number, author, title, and publisher. You may or may not see more items depending upon what information is in the mark tag for that particular record. The mark tag will show you the full mark record for that item. Okay, this is like the most details view of old. The Reviews tab will show you any patron reviews that have been published for this item and any additional content that is available under the review heading based upon your subscription status for Safari Selections. In this case, we have for this anthology of some of Bradbury's short stories, we have a review by the Library Journal. The Contents tab will show you the table of contents for that body of work. The Excerpt tab will give you an excerpt of the actual content that you have selected. In this case, we're seeing a small portion of the short story by Bradbury, The Whole Town is Sleeping. The Profile tab will show you the genres that the particular item might be found in. These do not correspond to the categories that you have for reviews. These are genres that this particular item may be filed under. You'll also see alternate titles if there are any available. These suggestions will show you links that will bring you to other items by that author or based on subject data for that particular item. And that's a basic rundown of what you see on your item detail page.